out for the. You got a camera behind you for the feed. Guys, just give some space for the camera behind. Josh, is that still all right?
You're in the camera.
Hey guys, there's a pool camera behind you. You got to give some space.
I'll move out of your way then.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Rory, can you just give us an assessment of your US Open so far?
Pretty average.
I mean, you look frustrated out there at times. How difficult is it to stay patient?
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game this week, is staying patient and try to do a good job of it out there, but it's just, it's one of those golf courses that you can lose patience on pretty quickly.
What would you take away from this week? Is it just a case of setting this aside and trying to get back to the form you showed earlier in the year?
Yeah, I've driven the ball better. I've driven the ball as good as I have in a long time, so that's at least a positive this week.
Rory, after the final 15 holes yesterday, did you expecting a little bit more today, coming in with a little more momentum?
I was hoping to play better, but I didn't.
Can you pinpoint anything, Rory, at the moment? Because obviously it's a little bit of a flat spot, but you're the Masters champion and you had fantastic form before the Masters, and it's obviously gone a bit flat.
Yeah, yeah, I alluded to it in my pre-tournament press conference. You don't really know how it's going to affect you. You don't know, how you're going to react to such a, I wouldn't say a life-altering occasion, but at least something that I've dreamt about for a long time. And yeah, I've alluded to the fact that I have felt a little flat on the golf course afterwards.
You did show great fight yesterday. You were 8 over par after 3 holes of round 2. You could have easily kind of said, this is open, this is so tough, but you fought back 2 under for the last 15, not just to make the cut, but to give yourself a half shot. Yeah,
it's funny, it's much easier being on the cut line when you don't really care if you're here for the weekend or not. I was sort of thinking, do I really want 2 more days here or not? So it makes it easier to play better when you're in that mindset.
Is it a little bit of a funk that you feel you can get yourself out of, or is it just something you've never experienced before and you just have to find your way along?
I've certainly experienced times where I haven't played the way I've wanted to. So yeah, it's not. I actually feel like I've played okay this week. It's just, it's a sort of golf course where the tiniest mistakes get penalized a lot, and that's sort of how it's felt this week.
Rory, how hard is it out there? How mentally taxing is it?
Yeah, it's very difficult. You got to be on every single shot. If you miss a fairway, you're going to be scrambling for par. If you miss your landing spot, even coming from the fairways by a couple of yards, these greens, repel the ball into rough, and you're up against collars, and it just makes things, very, very tricky. So yeah, you gotta be totally on your game. I think it was easier today. Yeah, I think it was, for sure.
So transparent with us and very available. Yesterday was 6 majors in a row, rounds kind of stepped away. Has that been part and parcel to the frustration on the golf course? What do you attribute it to?
No, not really. It's more a frustration with you guys. But yeah,
In what way?
I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been totally available for the last few years, and I'm not saying maybe not you guys, but maybe more just the whole thing. The whole
driver thing. I mean, it seems
yeah, part of I mean that was a part of it. Yeah, that was a part of it. But it's not as if at Augusta I skipped you guys on Thursday, so. Yeah, it's not as if it's not out of the ordinary. I've done it before. I'm just doing it a little more often.
Is it part of the, you kind of carried the tour with your words for 3 or 4 years now. You feel like you've earned a break?
I feel like I've earned the right to do whatever I want to do, yeah.
You have, in relation to that, kind of almost addressed the fact that the tour does not require that kind of thing. It's almost like you're daring them to do so in some way. Is that, in terms of a requirement from other players?
No, I'm not daring them to do anything. I hope they don't change it, because it would, it's a nice luxury to have. But I'm just pointing out the fact that we have the ability to do it.
What do you look for
You know, hopefully a round in under 4.5 hours and get out of here.
Thanks for the time, Rory.
Thank you.
Thanks.